What is up, guys? Mcdoubles back again with a brand new video. Today, we're going to be checking out an awesome oldie but goodie build, which is going to be the heavyweight. This is a two-handed build that crushes for massive damage, but that's not all. We're going to be doing it on the free pick realm on classless WoW Project Ascension, and the reason we're going to be doing this is because they finally released Mythic Plus Burning Crusade dungeons. Guys, this is huge. Okay, this is absolutely huge because these dungeons are on a whole different difficulty level from the vanilla ones that we're all used to, and it's a whole different meta because it's lacking some of those new League 3 test abilities that we're all experiencing right now. So I hope you guys enjoy. You know I love my melee builds. Let's get into it. I'm a male Draenei too, come on! Today, my friends, Burning Crusade awaits us. We are currently in the zone of Shadowmoon Valley, and as I said, we are on the elusive, and I say that because very many people are eluding it. Free pick realm. Now listen, the free pick realm right now, Area 52, is literally as old as it gets. It's been around forever. This is the realm they merge all of their old realms into so that the people who don't want to lose their character will never lose their character. I get it, but here's the thing. They're testing new things on this realm. Test is a weird word because it's coming out first and it's not a PTR realm, so it's more so that they released it on this realm, but most of you will never play it until it goes on League 3, and it will at the end of the league at least. So this is a really big deal because the whole thing that I'm talking about right now is, my friends, Mythic Plus Burning Crusade. This is no small feat. This is no tiny thing. This is absolutely massive for the community right now. First and foremost, the Burning Crusade dungeons are just better. And why do I say that? Well, it's a combination of two things that I'm sure everyone listening will come around to if you don't already think. And let me tell you what they are. Number one, all of us have played vanilla dungeons by now or watched them to death. So yeah, we've overplayed it. But what's the second thing? The second thing is simply this. The dungeons on the TBC realm so far, in the normal Mythic Zeros that we've played so far, is genuinely a difficult experience in a lot of the dungeons, at least when you're first gearing out, and obviously when compared to what we do on vanilla, where, you know, I made it to a plus 20 in a video, a couple videos ago, and my gear level, or item level I should say, wasn't even close, dude. Wasn't even close to acceptable, but my DPS was still good enough. I don't really fear wiping on the vanilla realm. I don't really fear that kind of stuff at all. On this realm, though, wiping seems to be a bit of a norm, like I said, especially while starting out, and that's just in the Mythic Zero. We've got to gear this guy out. We've got to get to a point where Mythic Plus is an option, and then we've got to just jump right in. This guy is actually the exact same character from my Priestess of Elune video. I race changed them, and I changed their name. We are now BORSMASKOS, the Draenei, the male Draenei, of course. One of the most underplayed races in World of Warcraft, and I don't know about you guys, but when I remember being a young teenager, and I played WoW, and I remember the Wrath era, and if you made a male Draenei, everyone thought you were 12. And yeah, there was probably good reason for that, because when I was like 14-ish, yeah, I made a male Draenei, and I thought it was the coolest thing I've ever seen. So there's some truth to it, okay? The big body, the crazy muscles, the awesome heroism attached to the whole concept of the race, it being light-based, yeah, it appeals to a lot of people's hero fantasy. And I was also a Pally main, so yeah, it was a pretty good one for me, especially. Here's the thing, though. Despite all of that, I think we can appreciate the male Draenei for what it really is. Listen, it's a cool freaking race. The gender race combo, it's just freaking sick. I absolutely love it. I've got look, I got to fawn over my characters sometimes. It's how I get into it. So I don't role play, but the one thing I do role play, if I could even call it that, is just making my character look cool. Making them something I'd want to play. Funny or cool. One of the two. It has to be one of the two. It can't be neither, though. I need that connection. That's an MMO after all. So BORSMASKOS and me are going to be going on this journey together with my sick ponytail and my awesome big sword, and we're going to see what we can do. So I just got done with the daily real quick. I'm actually going to head back to the call board, turn that in. Maybe we'll pick another one up. These are a good way of just getting some extra marks and orbs so I can build my character with the enchants. But I put a poll up, and I put it up probably yesterday as of the release of this video, and I asked you guys, do you watch any other Ascension YouTubers other than me? If I don't even like to call myself an Ascension YouTuber, because I think we all have to understand that eventually I won't play Ascension someday. There's going to come a day where other things will be done, and they are sometimes still done, but I think we all get that this is the heyday of Ascension. This is the time to play if you're going to play. So we're going to play. But what's my point? My point is I asked if you watch anybody else. Most of you said no, which was interesting. And also, you know, I think I forget how many of you just watch me so that you can pretend that you're playing WoW again. You know what I mean? Like living through someone else. I do it with other games personally too. I have people I watch for Hearthstone, for example. Rain Man, I still watch for League of Legends. Like we all do it, right? Because sometimes you don't have the time to do these things, but the videos, they really help you condense everything so that you don't actually have to put in any effort, but you still get the same dopamine. You still get the same feelings sometimes, and that can be really sick. But I think that you guys don't know how often I at least, you know, watch the headlines. I don't watch anybody's videos personally. I don't actually have that much time because I make my own. But when I post them in like the Discord, for example, in the Ascension Discord, where I've always posted my videos since day one, I see like their headlines and I'll see thumbnails, basically what's going on. And I just remember when Heavyweight came out, everybody was doing a Heavyweight build, and I thought to myself, I don't want to jump on the bandwagon. There's other stuff. Even though really, if no one else had done anything for it, Heavyweight probably would have ended up being my main. So I thought, let's just revisit it, dude. It's a really sick build. It's strong. We get 10 extra talent points being on TBC. And let me go ahead and show you guys, if you don't know what it does. Heavyweight. Dealing weapon damage with any warrior attack reduces your attack speed by 5%, but increases your physical damage by 2%, stacking up to 5 times. So you'll end up with 25% reduced attack speed, but 10% more physical damage. This resets, though, when you have a normal auto attack. So if you reach 5 stacks, meaning you never got off a normal auto attack during your stacking process, your next melee swing will crush targets in front of you, doing 110% unnormalized weapon damage. So just think big. If you don't know, just think big damage, okay? This damage is tripled, by the way, just, you know, on top of that, and always crits against non-players, which is going to be the main focus in Mythic Plus. So basically what you want to do is never, ever normal auto attack, basically ever, literally ever, and you want a heroic strike and basically bind it to everything other than Mortal Strike, and in my case, Whirlwind. I bound it to everything, dude. Bound it to Charge, bound it to Rend, it's on my Hemo, it's on my Overpower, and it's on my Rupture, and by the way, that's my core. So you want to use those abilities, and you want to go for the Rend OP build. This is my spec. I will let you guys just, you know, look at it, and if you want to copy it, I will put it in my Discord, as you guys know. But the main point is this talent. Whenever Rend does damage, it's going to proc my OP. We've talked about this so many times. It's the most popular build in terms of the concept in and of itself that I've ever played on my channel. It's my OG go-to. Everyone knows that's watched me. I get it. So we can move on in that regard. We get how Rend OP works, but we've never crushed this hard before because we don't often play Heavyweight. So this is how it works. You want to go in there and get that Rend off. You want to overpower, go for the Hemo, go for the Whirlwind, go for the Overpower. Okay, I'm going to crush. I can also Mortal Strike. Nice. Go for the Overpower. Hemo. Hemo again. I'm spamming Hemo for the sole sake of making sure that Heroic Strike goes off. There we go. So I'm at about 3.3k just off the bat right there. I'm not going to keep going, but that's pretty nice for single target. Okay, now I want to show you guys the AoE. We're going to charge in, go for the Rend, go for the Overpower. Let's go for the Whirlwind. Hemo. We're going to get the crush here. And look at that. It just jumped to 6k real quick, and you just keep doing it. Up to 10k, bro. So you can do nutty things. And yeah, once I get more strength gear, because we're not going to be agi long term, we're going to be strength crit. I think that's what I'm going to go for, at least. We're going to be even stronger. We got the battle shout, by the way. We've got the Blessing of Kings. I've also got the Wind Fury weapon and the True Shot aura, doubling down hard on AP in that regard. And I've got my dog crap tier Gift of the Naru, which is the Draenei racial. It's really bad on the Ascension servers. We can already start some Mythic Zeros, so let's just queue. There are a lot of pieces of gear I could get right now that could be absolutely massive for me, so there's a high likelihood of me getting something as long as we don't get completely shafted in the luck department. So I'm going to wait for it to pop. They're not that fast on this server, but they're also really not that slow either. It's actually surprisingly populated once again, unlike the draft server, which I heard is actually dead now because of League 3. But anyway, let's wait for the queue, and I'll see you guys in a bit.
A few moments later.
So the first dungeon I got into, just to be completely real with you guys, was Mythic Steam Vault, which, just so you know, is not easy, dude. Like, we get to this first boss, and I believe it has new mechanics, Ascension only, and they've ramped up the difficulty. We wiped on this guy like 4 times, dude. And the whole time in my head, I'm not really believing it, to be honest with you. I'm thinking, okay, we wiped, but the next one, it's gonna be a 1-bang, you know? And then I wiped again, and I thought, okay, maybe it's me. And then I thought, oh, no, it's gonna be fine. This next one, we will destroy it. And then, before I even know it, my entire party, which, dude, you don't see this in anything other than, like, classic, dude. Like, OG classic. My whole party just left. No one tried to vote kick. I don't remember any toxicity. No. They all just peacefully left. And so my first dungeon, man. And I can't even do the first boss. Somebody tell me my luck. I literally was doing fine. I was in a Hellfire Ramparts. I knew there was no loot from this that I needed, but I was going to go through with it for the badges and just not record it. I whispered a gnome, a pink-haired one, I'm sure. I think it was, with the pigtails and all. And I said, yo. Actually, I said, yoy. And then I said, no gnomes allowed. Going for some banter, of course, because you know I love my banter. Bro, they removed me from the group. It's just, dude, the freaking community stuff that I've experienced on this ROM has been unreal. I have had at least 7 people, not really, probably 3, I think, 2 or 3, ignore me. And I didn't do anything because there's like this weirdness on this server. It is not the same as the league so far. There is a distinct difference in the people, and I don't quite know what it is. I can't quite put my finger on it, but I think you guys know what I mean. And then I queued, I got Botanica. This garbage atrocity actually popped up, and I got no loot. Scratch that, I got 1 piece of gear, and we're definitely gonna get some crit for those sockets, or maybe some more strength. Oh yeah, by the way, everybody left. We only wiped twice, maybe 3 at the most. But come on! So this is actually ridiculous if you think about it. I actually can't believe this many dungeons are failing. I thought it was going to be only a trope for the beginning of the video, but it looks like it's going to continue the whole way through. Anyway, we went ahead and we picked up exactly what we need. 2 crit gems, just because I want to. I think I could go strength, but I think that, well, is there really any reason to match the colors? I don't really see like a gem bonus, although I feel like that was definitely in TBC. But anyway, we're going to do it regardless. 12 crit on there now. It's not actually that bad. You know, you look at my purple boots and you think, what the hell? But these obsidian clud stompers are actually higher item level, even though they're blue. And when I go strength, will be 100% better. So it's definitely a solid pickup. I'm actually lucky I at least got something. But we only had 2 bosses left in that dungeon, man. Why leave? Man, it's crazy. All right, I guess we'll just keep queuing and hope we get some stuff. That's our only piece of gear thus far. So I'm in a really cool one. I'm in the Arcatraz right now, and I love this because I'm actually in here with somebody also playing a heavyweight spec, and so I can compare myself to them and really figure out if I'm on the right track. You know, it's not hard to build a Rendo P build. I've built stuff like this a million times. It's on the Hero Architect. It looks the exact same way, but they have mace specs up there, right? It's not that crazy, but you can still play it in a way in which you get wildly different results. So for example, take a look at this boss fight DPS. I came in first. I had 600 more than the other guy. Just for like a gear comparison, he actually outgears me in every way and has proper stats. It's actually a pretty massive difference. If just hovering over everything here, you can pause it to see, but you know what I have, and it's not a Warsong Howling Axe Mythic, that's for damn sure, or a 15 strength enchant on my gloves, let alone the PvE power. But if you look at the DPS breakdown, and I'm just going to focus more on talking about this real quick than I am this trash. If you look at his DPS, he actually only got 7 crushes off, which is the random enchant that we're talking about. In the same boss fight, I got 9. But I just found it very interesting that I came out on top. I really like this version of the spec. I think I've basically got it the way I want it. I don't see myself changing too much with it in the near future. I am expertise capped, which is nice. Actually, we're a little bit over at 28. 33% crit, basically. 1800 AP with the Battle Shout, 1830 with the Kings. You know, we really do need to pull that up, but that's going to go up from just playing strength. And yeah, I'm actually just curious, do we actually get some loot from this dungeon? That would be great. Alrighty, this is a boss. We are up against Delaya the Doomsayer, and we are currently in first place DPS by a large margin. Something must have happened to the other guy, though. Like, that's too big of a margin to be normal. All right, there we go. And we get a wand, really. Oh, that is really, really nice. Deadly Fire Opal. AP crit. Don't mind if I do. Hopefully, I can win that. And I did. 3 people wanted it, and I won it. I'm going to use that for sure. That is big, guys. He knocks me back. I'm in first place to start. I am now not in first place. The other guy runs Blade Storm. The reason I chose not to is, like, I feel like it's completely pointless with this, right? I could be wrong. But I mean, the AoE is via Crush. Why would I Blade Storm? I can't possibly be better, right? Could be wrong. All right, get that rend back up. Sadly, had to reapply. This is a good time to rupture. Right after I get that first Crush. A really nice time actually to rupture. You don't have to worry about missing the heroic strike. Not that you can't just bind it to it, but from what I've noticed, it's just fun to play safe, you know? Playing safe is a good thing sometimes. All right, there we go. Got a Crush off. About to get another Crush off. Still in first place. Full Agi gear with intellect. No big deal. Okay, we're about to finish him. He is about to die. I have maintained my throne at the very top. Ooh, there we go. Charge right back. Do you drop something good? Everything is a piece of caster gear, man. Ringo's Band of Ingenuity. I like the name, dude, but not for me. First place DPS, though. I will take it. BORSMASKOS is on top. Can't say I'm surprised. Okay, that's the last boss. We are at first place DPS on a cleave boss with 9k, 300 this time over this guy. I'm only curious. I got 11 crushes. He got 11 crushes. So we were pretty dead on. The main reason it's crazy, though, is because he actually had Blade Flurry for that fight. You can actually see it really high up there for him, number 5. I didn't have Blade Flurry for that fight, so Jesus, who knows, man. Anyway, we got a dagger, which is really sad. Bracers of Dignity. No dignity with those, dude. That's not good for me. Spell Power Rezzle. Yes! Doom Plate. Please let me win, man. God, I hate you, stab. Oh my God, it feels like real WoW where you queue up and you're like the only DPS warrior and you just happen to get into a classic raid with another DPS warrior. Why? How? And then they take your stuff. And you know what? It's always the worst feeling when you spend that long to get nothing. All right. I guess we keep queuing. Okay, very next dungeon. Already have a rage quit and already broke all my armor. And already have a proposed vote kick. Oh my God. I'm gonna say no. Okay, and then this guy said that in chat and they all left. Nice. Okay, so where do we stand? Well, just to quickly show you guys what I've come up with so far, just tweaking my build since the beginning of this video. I have 2 points of commanding presence to get more battle shout damage. I just want the AP, but I also had to take anything I possibly could that gave me rage. So I doubled down on the AP I talked about with the Death Wish. Physical damage increased by 15%, kind of the same concept, and the crit as well from the Rampage. But in the rage aspect of it all, I went for the Unbridled Wrath, which says I get 4 additional rage whenever I auto attack or heroic strike. So that's going to make the heroic strike spam a hell of a lot easier. Now to double down on that, we reduce the rage of heroic strike by 6 with improved heroic strike, get 6 rage every 3 seconds with anger management, and because we're using a 2H, two-handed weapon mastery to generate 30 more rage from damage and get 6% more physical damage as well. Now, everything else is just rend OP, but I did take the rupture because I could jump into the subtlety rogue tree and grab honor among thieves to get extra combo points and crit. The crit's already good, and the combo points again allow me to rupture. Now, a lot of builds are actually using slice and dice and mace spec. I haven't quite decided to go into stuff like that. I seem to be doing fine at the moment regardless, but I do have the flurry for more attack speed, and we have the sword spec specifically for 5% hits and an extra basically attack 10% of the time. It's really, really strong. We have the two-handed weapon spec in the ret tree for 3% more physical damage and crit, which is also very, very strong. And that is the basic gist of the build that we haven't already gone over. It's really, really powerful. It's incredibly fun to play if you like melee. But guys, I just got to get some gear. Holy crap. Didn't think I was going to get anything good, guys, but Plasma Rat's Hyper Scythe? This is a pole arm with strength and crit. It's by default going to be better than what I have, I think. Somebody else also needs it, sadly. We already know how that kind of stuff typically goes, but it's a 15 item level upgrade. If I get the 70 attack power enchant on it, it's going to be so good too. Okay. Yep.
Excuse me. The fuck did you just say?
Oh, also, just as a failsafe, this dude had his friend need on it and wait to see if I was gonna need on it so that they could steal it. That's always the best when you lose anyway, but you see them and you catch them red-handed. Okay, so far so good in the DPS department right now, but I gotta say, I'm just scared they're gonna steal everything from me by just, you know, having the healer roll on everything the tank wants, that apparently I also want. Imagine, dude. Then a piece of tank gear drops. And I think to myself, it's not even fair that I don't need this because you just took my DPS gear. Okay, 4,200 DPS single target that time. Very minor cleave. I'll take it. A bunch of stuff. Okay, an Agi gun. I guess it's not really what I want right now. I might actually just need on that just to have something for another Agi spec. Yep, spell power, spell power. And the dungeon's complete, boys. Golly. You know what? It is actually better than what I've got, even if it is Agi, so I'm just gonna go for it. Will I win this? Something that I barely want, but I'll take. Just because it's something, man. Oh my god, yes. Look at that. For some reason, the healer went for it again. And this other guy went for it as well. Which was a Shadow Bolt build. They literally weren't even main specking this gun. They just both tried to steal it from me. What is with this server? Alright, let's keep going. I am currently in the Shattered Halls on the first boss, wiping, and a DPS already rage quit. I don't even know. You can't make this stuff up, guys. Okay, we actually did it. We had to replace 2 DPS. I died towards the end. Actually, all the DPS died. And I went first place DPS. What a weird fight. Definitely difficult, by the way. And obviously, spell power crap drops and a tank helmet that we so definitely wish we could use. Okay, we just did it, man. +3 Arcatraz, Mythic Plus. We got to get into it. We got to pray we get something good. I'm going to be on the bottom of the charts here, but they don't know it yet. I think we should be fine. 31,000 health. That's Wrath levels of HP, dude. I just remember, like, if you got to 20k, that was, like, cool. Oh my god, I'm so sorry, dude. We were supposed to invis, and somehow me and this other dude are on freaking stupid autopilot. I have to wait for the cooldown to come back. Okay, where are we? 3.8k. There's a dude pulling 14. Holy crap. Okay, first boss down. I think you get an increased amount of badges of justice, which maybe by the end of this video, if we're extremely unlucky, we could just check out the shop, see if we can afford anything. I always love this part because if I do really well, it's not even necessarily good for you guys because most of you don't play as much as I do. So like if I do really well, even sometimes I need you guys to look at that arbitrarily and think to yourselves, well, am I really going to play 8 hours every day? I don't think I am. So is that truly lucky? But if it's bad, then you have to look at it and think, holy crap, will I ever get a piece of gear? I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, TBC servers, it's like playing Ascension on hardcore permanently, man. But at max. Guys, I died again, dude. I'm laughing because it's so incredibly bad that I only really have 2 ways I can be. I can either be sad, which doesn't help anybody, or I can laugh at it and at least have a little bit of fun. So I'm gonna choose the latter, right? Over the former. I'm sorry, man, because now I'm thinking about my team just staring at the DPS charts that we all know they have open right now. They're looking at me and my DPS is so bad. I'm not worse than a tank, so I at least have that going for me. Somebody has to be last. Everyone knows that, okay? But I know they're looking at it, and they're looking at the fact that I've died, and they're thinking, oh my god, this guy, dude. So does anybody play melee and actually do good DPS on the TBC servers? I'm curious. How? Dude, all my stuff's broken. This is absolutely unacceptable. Personally, I feel unlucky. Like, I feel like things keep happening that don't normally happen. If I don't get kicked, that's actually the miracle. If I'm just being real. Like, it's still it's still wrong, right? Like, unless I had ill intent coming in, which I didn't. I've been doing good in every M0. I did not know this was how this was gonna be. But hey, live and let learn, my friend. I have learned, and you have learned perhaps as well. I like the way the gargantuan abyssal looks, though. Looks freaking sick. You can change the subject, you know, to some high points, positivity, right? Looks good, man. Calls down a meteor. Okay. I'm not attacking, by the way. I'm punching. I'm trying to throw some holy lights out, but I've started to run out of mana, and I guess I can Naru this guy. Okay, that's my racial, but I've got nothing going for me. I shouted for them. They already have kings, I believe, but let's just double it up because I don't see it on myself. So this is, once again, completely unexpected situation. I expected to come in here and personally be in first place, honestly, or second place. I definitely didn't see last. At the very bare minimum, I didn't see super duper dead last, everything red, everything broken. Holy lighting at the very bare minimum, and, you know, pretending my racial is making a difference because that's all I've got. I didn't see that. I didn't foresee that, let's say. And yeah, it's just extremely surprising, dude. All right, here we are, Harbinger Skyrus. They were just talking about the PvP gear. It doesn't give you the debuff unless you're raiding. A lot of people on this server didn't know that. I literally feel like a level 60 that's trying to play with level 70s. Okay, wow. Mythic 3 though. Yeah, okay. Oh man, I thought it was a two-handed weapon. Why did I just get a dagger from the strength pick? What? What? Oh man, I'll keep it, but okay. Time slicer. It's sick, but a dagger from the strength slot. Guys, Ascension. All right, one more. Another? No! Dude, I guess we have to pick a dagger spec because I literally just got like a perfect set of daggers to use together, but from the strength one, I don't know, man. I guess daggers are kind of where we're gonna have to go, and we should probably think of a spec for that, but it's just a little disappointing, but I'll take it. Stalker's Fangs and Time Slicer. Okay, so that was a cluster, dude. I guess if you want a real challenge, you play on TBC. I guess this is where the people that actually want to have to like have the opportunity to fail come, and that's crazy to me. I actually really like it, and I like the male Draenei, man. I really can't get over it. BORSMASKOS is pretty sicko mode. He looks good. He just doesn't have any gear, man. I only got these boots, basically. I got the freaking gun, but it's kind of bleh. But I got the boots, and I'll take them, but I can't really use them until I'm strength-based, and that's going to require a lot of gear upgrades at this point. I don't know, guys. It's just, this was unlucky. I do think the DPS is good. Clearly, the build works. And this is not one of those, am I proving the build works things. I mean, we all know heavyweight works. But I don't know. Maybe I need to look for a dagger spec at this point. But yeah, as for like the people, dude, if you've been watching my videos for a bit, you already know that there is definitely a difference between this server and the people on League 3. And even the people on the seasonal server when that wasn't a dead server. I mean, it's just kind of bizarre to me. There is a big difference. The people on this server leave 10 times more. Of course, the content's harder. We do have to keep that in mind. But they also want to kick you more. They want to ignore you more. There's a little bit more sensitivity here. But I think the difference is that the League 3 server is like the Zoomer server. Like, you got to go fast. You're doing a plus 20 with 67 item level. Like, it's like a whole different ball game. Gear comes fast. It's just fast, dude. There's a bunch of, you know, crazy different enchants over there. A lot of them still in testing, it seems, and just crazy spells as well. Whereas you come over here and you're like, oh, it's more boomer, man. It's like everything's slower. There is more challenge, but it's like they all savor it. There's a little bit more sensitivity, I think, to negativity. That's what I was gonna say, sensitivity to negativity. But I don't know. That's just an interesting thing to keep in mind. Who would have thought that the populations would feel so different? This isn't even anecdotal experience at this point. Like, it's just documented proof. Like, that there's a fundamental difference here, man. So this is more proof of exactly what I was just talking about. Because tell me if I'm wrong. I've been kind of messing with the leader of the group. He removed me immediately from that party after that M+, which I then decided to PM him, and I asked him why. Of course, I didn't really care, and I was just curious what he would say. He basically backpedaled the whole time and then eventually never replied. And we didn't even have that big of a convo, so think of it as being very small. I don't... Oh, I do have it. Right here, see? Nice, I'm glad I made this extra chat. Now you guys don't have to think that I wouldn't show you. Why you remove me? Spelled wrong. We are done. Why me specifically? We finished the dungeon. So he won't tell me, dude. Like, he won't tell me the truth, which is that I sucked so bad, he doesn't want me in the group. But I know for a fact, this is where I was saying, tell me if I'm wrong, that if I was on League 3, anybody on the League 3 server would have said, because you suck ass. They would have just said it, you know? But on this server, it makes perfect sense. Perfect sense that they would backpedal based on everything I know. It's just interesting. Which, by the way, this is a good guy. This is a good dude, by the way. There's no way that you can, you know, translate what I said into this guy not being a good guy. I guess what I'm trying to say is that the Zoomer mindset would be a lot more cruel. And I think that's very interesting. Nice, look at this one. It's beautiful. Keystone Hellfire Ramparts 1 by Explotini. And it's even better when someone else is forming the group because you get to just join an AFK till it's full. So I'm going to do just that. And we're going to actually see if we can do a +1. Actually hold our own weight, right? And hopefully get a good piece of gear. All right, guys, as you can see from the chat, the group disbanded because they couldn't find a tank. Man, it's just... what a freaking, just a journey, dude, an experience. What can I say? There was a lot of downs, and there was maybe like one up, but you know what? I don't regret it. I think it was a lot of fun. I think figuring out the differences between the servers is a really interesting thing, and I really enjoy Heavyweight, and I might actually pick it up for the League 3 server as well. And yeah, maybe we'll play more of the TBC stuff. It's a genuine challenge, way more of a challenge than what we've been used to on the other realms, and a lot less diversity, which is interesting because it leads to a different type of diversity, a little bit more niche because there's less new builds, but more things that you aren't used to are actually viable over here, and that's a really cool thing as well. Anyway, if you enjoyed the TBC adventure on BORSMASKOS, make sure to give the video a like and a subscribe. And if you know what, even if you didn't enjoy it, just like the video, dude. What do you got to lose? You know, making someone happy. You know what? It doesn't take that much. It doesn't take that much effort. Anyway, I'll see you in the next one. Hope you enjoyed. Like I said, Mcdoubles out.